Welcome back to the 25 Days of Puppy Christmas Card Ideas, where we're helping you decide what you're going to do for your Christmas cards with your puppies this year. This one's all about gingerbread cookies.
The 25 Days of Puppy Christmas Card series can be done with one or many dogs, created with a traditional camera or your phone, done in your house or outside, and range from elegant and refined to fun and quirky, so there's a fit for everyone. And don't forget, these photo shoot ideas also make for great social media advent calendars, even if they aren't all going to be used on your Christmas cards. If you're using a traditional camera, I recommend you set up a remote shutter release through a clicker or an app on your phone so you can take photos from where you're posed. If you're using your phone, I recommend you set it to cinematic video and take screenshots of the best frames after, since pups tend to move around a lot and you don't want to stress over missing the shot. Each of these episodes is designed for a specific card template that will link in the caption, but you can use this on whatever template works best for you.
This one, all you need is to set yourself up in your kitchen. It can be in the corner of the kitchen like I am, it can be up at the counter, it can be at a table, anywhere that's like a cute little area where you and your puppies can have a snack. You can pretend to be baking them in the oven, whatever works best for you. You want to have a plate of gingerbread cookies or just one treat. You can even hold just the simple treat by itself. My girls aren't allowed to have snacks right now, so this is actually a dog toy. You can tell it's a dog toy, but that's okay. You can use it as a real snack for them or as a fake toy snack, and you can put them in matching outfits if you want. You can wear whatever is going to work best for you. I like to kind of hold the plate out and have that on it, and this is also really nice, especially if you're sitting, to kind of block things that you don't necessarily like, so you don't love your outfit or the way that you look when you're sitting, because you have to be low to get on your dog's level. It just doesn't look good in photos. You can block a lot of your body with this, which is kind of really nice. You can have your dog on your lap looking at it. You can have them eating it. Whatever works best for you is going to be great for your photos.
Drop your photo into Photoshop or whichever photo editing platform you're going to be using. We're going to start with our local retouches, meaning we're going to grab our spot heal tool, and if you have any marks on your cabinets or anything that didn't quite get cleaned, any dust that happens to be on it that gets caught in the sunlight as you're taking your pictures, you're just going to go ahead and refine that. Sometimes, especially with like metal appliances, it photographs so it kind of looks a little weird, and you may have to retouch it a little bit. Even if it's brand new, it can photograph that way. So you're just going to go in, you're going to clean up any spots, any dots, any dust, any scratches, anything that you need to tweak just a little bit. If you have any stray fur on your clothing, or if your puppy has anything going on, you can clean that up as well. If you have shadows under your eyes, you're going to use your clone tool at 28% opacity. You're going to grab that skin on the forehead or on the cheek, and you are then just going to make that a little bit lighter. I'm not going to do it because the shadows are looking decent here. And you are just going to do any local retouches. We talked about this a lot in the other episodes. Then we're going to do our color retouching. So if you need to darken anything down, you're going to use your lasso tool, go into a brightness and contrast panel. You're going to bump down the brightness, up the contrast, so you can make this as dark or as light as you are going to want that to be. So you can see if we can clearly darken it down, but I'm not going to keep it darkened down. I actually like the way that it was. But you can see how you can do that. If it's too much, you just adjust so that it makes sense with what you've got going on here. But again, I didn't want to do that. That was just to show you. I am, however, going to come in and tweak my gingerbread cookies. So these are mine, again, are dog toys. If you are using real food, make sure it is dog appropriate food, and you are just going to make sure it blends the way that you want it to, and to pop the way that you want it to inside of your image. So right now they were nice and light. I just added a little bit of darkness to it to see if I like it better, where they stand out just a little bit more. And when I have it on all of them, I can actually tweak it, make it a little bit lighter, make it a little contrasty. And you can see, look at the difference. So we've got the lighter cookies. Now we've got the darker cookies. They stand out a little bit better. So typically when we're creating food, I like to darken most foods down just a little bit, add a lot of contrast, a little bit of that darker side on the brightness, and that typically helps them to pop, especially if they're against something like a white plate like I'm using here. And so you are just going to do whatever color adjustment on your clothing, on your face, on your hair, on your puppy, on the cabinets around you. All those things are going to be just very simple, easy retouches. We talked about this a ton in the other episodes, and when you are happy, we are going to drop it into your template. Then drop your photo into your template. We want to make sure we're leaning into the baking side of things. So baking up a beautiful holiday, something along those lines. You can talk about cooking in the kitchen, whatever you want. Sweet treats. We hope your holiday is a sweet treat. All of those things will work beautifully for this. We've got some really cute gingerbread cookies. We actually opted away from the gingerbread men for this one, but you can, if you want, have a gingerbread man or woman on your card. Kind of liked that it had more of the cookie elements to pull in. You can, of course, do whatever size you want. You can make it a big tree right here if you want to like create a little scene with it. I kind of like the snowflake element, and we like, of course, the icing. If you're going to be drawing icing, make sure you've got that shadow under it, because if we're looking at these cookies, which by the way are real cookies, you have those shadows on just the tips of them, kind of around the sides. You want to match the way that the icing on the cookie is shadowing. So do those as well. And you've got these really cute little lines. We're going very asymmetrical with this. We do not want it to be the exact same thing on each side. So we've got elements up here, we've got elements down here, and then we've got some icing just kind of on the sides, and that kind of goes down toward the bottom. And then we've got our words up on the top to make sure that it's got the elements that will pop in the image as you are creating your card.
Now you can decide if you want to use a single image or a window template where you're going to have multiple images, kind of like a photo booth of you baking the gingerbread cookies. So you can be mixing things together, you can be putting them in the oven, you can be opening that oven, you have the ability to be snacking on them, just show the plate. You can even do very like lifestyle with this. So you can actually show the cookies, the plate of cookies, up closes of the cookies if you want different elements on this to create your template for your card. And your goal here is just to kind of go with that sweet holiday vibe. So you want to lean into the cookies, hope the cookies crumble in your way, hope you're enjoying your gingerbread. You can lean into baking, you can lean into the sweet treats, the sweet part of the holidays, whatever works best for you on your card. And then you can follow along for 24 more ideas on how you can be creating really cute puppy Christmas cards for your Christmas cards this year with your babies. And you can use the 24 that you don't use for your Christmas card leading up to it as an advent calendar on your social media for the big reveal of your card. Follow along for more of those ideas and for daily tips and tricks on how you can navigate the world of being a dog parent, from travel to photos and more, bringing you everything you need to know about working with your pups. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.